Hello, Ginger. We are back with Ginger Bailey. Information on the screen
Hello.
in the description box. She's amazing, and she is
Oh,
great
thank you.
because she
Thank you.
is, with the help of my lovely son in the afterlife, Erik Medhus, channeling Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. It's been quite interesting, and these are wonderful questions from our great community.
Really good question.
Really. All right, so we'll continue if you don't mind, Anton. We're on first name basis.
Yeah, he said yes.
Okay, good. Given that hell does not exist, is there another plane or dimension where demons or evil spirits reside while not on Earth? We talked about this pretty much in. You need to
Yeah.
go back to part one.
So yeah,
Briefly.
briefly go over really quick. So they do. They exist in different dimensions, lower vibrational dimensions, and we talked about how they don't just come around this plane, the Earth plane, or our astral plane. They are around other planets and other
universes,
universal dimensions and stuff. Yes, but they're not in the higher vibrational planes.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah.
What is your connection, Anton, to Jane Mansfield, and did you cause her death? Can't remember who that is.
What's this? This is somebody that he was in a relationship with, it looks like. Somebody he was close to. He's saying no to the cause of the death.
Okay. Playboy Playmate. She was a sex symbol. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. She kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe.
That's her? Wow. Wow. Yeah, so he's saying
34 years old, man.
He's saying that okay. He wants to be clear about this. We're talking about manifestation again. We're talking about witchcraft and doing things. He's saying that you can try to manifest things to happen to people, although we cannot take away their free will and magically cannot cause curses or, hurt somebody.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of negativity around her already, he's showing that, and this was a contract and it was an exit point, and I feel like there was more than one person that died at this time.
I don't know.
Okay, Erik said yes. But that's a no to that he did not kill her.
Yeah, I've been reading the Wikipedia on her, and you're totally right on everything, of course. Oh. Are you, Anton, into the cabal or the deep state, however you define that?
He wasn't personally, but people that followed him, there were people that followed him that were in it.
Okay. Have you ever met Satan or Lucifer as a real being? We already discussed that you don't think that you see Satan as a symbol, not an energetic being. Although
right, he is an energetic being. He did see him. That was when he was stuck after death in the astral plane, and this was part of his contract, to where he was stuck in that plane. Again, that's not how he died. That was after he died. He's showing me that this was something that this was to tie. It's almost like he's showing me tying loose ends up, almost like, because of what he went through in life and what he did, even though he didn't believe in it, didn't believe in Satan or God during life. This was something that he planned ahead of time to experience.
Okay. Yeah. What's the difference between Satan and Lucifer? Erik, you might have to answer this one.
It's just another name, Erik says.
The same energy?
Yeah, the same being. Right. It's just another name, he says.
I love that series, Lucifer. Okay. What did you see or experience in life as a Satanist? Like what kind of entities did you encounter, for example?
There were a lot of lower level entities. Is that what they're asking? What kind of entities that he came in contact with when
Right.
he now?
Aliens.
Now here's the thing.
What experiences?
Yeah, his experiences during this time, this was mostly, he never seen it as something extra though. He always seen it as his own power.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was very intuitive, but not connected, like in a way of, knowing that there's these entities around me. It was all a facade in a way, right? Because it was symbolic, he's saying.
He was all into symbols.
Right. So, he didn't interact with them knowingly. Knowingly, it was more of a facade, and that's kind of hard to explain because it's like he did but didn't know it, but he thought he did. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird to explain that.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's like the deceiving yourself component that we talked about.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did you create this religion or did you copy it from another source?
A lot of it was created by him. But there were things that he would read about in ancient times, of ritualistic things that he would read about, and study. So some of it was from others, and a lot of it was his own. So it was part his, part coming from other places.
Well, I hope you put citations at the bottom of the page. Yeah. All right, this is probably not gonna happen. Did Satan really help you in this lifetime? Or, and if so, I mean, you didn't believe in the existence of him as an energetic being, but did the real Satan, did you realize after you died, help you in this lifetime? And if so, how do you contact, okay, yeah, just start with that.
Yeah, he's saying no.
Okay.
So I was just now asking him about guides, because everybody has at least one guide or so, and he did have guides from the other side. Part of
the short straw, man.
Right. Let me see, you crack me up. Yeah, he's saying no to that. Let's just say Satan, okay, is all about self. It's all about me. What can I do for me? Yeah, ego. So there is no helping in anything. Plus, he didn't believe anyway. But it's not like he was on, because I know what this question is asking. Like, was he on the other side, kind of guiding you, helping you with stuff? No, but there were lower level beings that were around him, kind of manipulating energy and stuff. But again, they can't take away free will. I just have to keep saying that, because I don't want people to be scared of thinking something like this can control you or take over,
free
your
will.
life.
Yeah. All right. I think we answered this in part 2. Was he killed while in the astral plane? And was it because he and his coven were attempting to possess and kill his daughters spiritually at the time? So
no, yeah, we answered that in the first one. And no.
Do to your daughter? I don't understand it. We talked about it in part 1, so go back there, peeps. But
he's saying, like, so she was trying to leave him, like leave because coven? She used to be part of his coven, because this is a cult type thing. She was leaving. So it was like he was trying to control her. It was a control thing, a fear tactic. But he did not. This was like a rumor, he's saying. There was a rumor. Okay. This was a rumor, but a lot of it started within his little group. Okay. It was for fear. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you, Anton, discuss celebrities' connection with Satan and how Satan aids their rise to fame and fortune, if they do? And this goes back to the answer of another question, selling your soul to the devil, which doesn't happen, or to demons. So can you discuss this connection of celebrities between Satan and how Satan aids their rise and fame and fortune. If you need to take care of this, Luke, Eric, go ahead.
So no, Anton's going to answer this. He's saying that there were some celebrities connected to his teachings, and he had followers that were celebrities. There wasn't anything that empowered them, like from the other side, to make things happen for them. This is like the way he's like showing me this is when your intention is not a positive one, then positive doesn't always come back for you. So if anything, it would cause issues maybe in people's lives. Now, there is a thing he's showing me with the power and money and popularity. This is part of self, ego, he's saying. So, you can look at it as following this made them believe that it increased that for them, but their belief in that is what really made it happen.
Reality,
Right. The belief in it is how he's showing me.
So they believed so hard that they would get fame and fortune from belonging to worshiping Satan that they got.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They did.
Yeah.
They believed it, but it didn't. Huh?
Sorry. Any politicians worship are part of your word? Don't mention
there
them.
were. I'm not mentioning any names. There were.
What is your perspective?
These are older anyway. These are older.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any current doing this, but this is an older time.
Okay. What is your perspective of Satanism now that you're on the other side?
See what he says. So what he's showing me is what his perspective is now is that you have to make a choice. This is about choice. He's showing me. He's not attached to it. He keeps talking about too. He was saying this earlier. Before we came on here and I was talking to him, he was saying how he's not really attached to a lot of this anymore. Okay. Like he's not attached to that as much, but his perception from a spiritual point of view, he's saying is that it's necessary. I mean, he's not saying, okay, everybody needs to, worship Satan, but he's saying that what is still left of it and its existence is part of the human experience, is how he's talking. Okay. So we have to have that duality, that both sides of it, because people do learn. You learn from anything that you experience. There's some,
negative,
there's some growth in it. So it's necessary for that. It's not necessary to where it has to stay forever. He wants to put that out there. It's not like, okay, you have to have this, but there's going to be something else that's going to come in its place, he says. Yeah. So
what is okay? Did you actually believe in the version of Satanism you developed, or was it just a way to achieve something else like fame, power, money, etc.?
A little bit of both. He believed in the movement. He's saying he goes, I believed in the movement of what I was doing. He believed in himself, like self. Let me get this right.
Aggrandizement.
Yeah, like self-indulging. He believed in. He didn't believe in anything outside of this realm. It's almost like I keep seeing him showing me like he just thought we just lived and it was darkness. Afterwards, like you just poof, you're gone. But he's saying that live life to the freest you can was how his mind would think. And he really did believe in it a lot stronger in the beginning than he did towards the end times of it, end of his life, is how he's showing me it. So was that the whole question?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, I can imagine what your transition is like. We can't probably get to it this time or another life. Okay. What is the difference between Satanism and devil worship?
Let's see here. There is a difference. Okay. He's showing me that what he did was more symbolic. So it was, he says, so since he didn't believe in a literal Satan, it was more symbolic.
Okay.
And then he's saying,
was it symbolic of evil? Like
yes, it was like symbolic,
energy of evil.
people, yeah, like people thought that Lucifer, Satan, is very powerful. But what he stood for was self-indulge, self-freedom, do what you want, don't follow what others say, don't let people, it's kind of like weird because you need to have that self-freedom in yourself, but it's not about running over others, he says. It's not about stepping on the little guy to get there. And that was a lot of what this did, okay, is what he's saying. Now, the difference between these two is Satan worshiping or devil worshiping is an actual thing. And it's where people actually worship like Lucifer as a god.
Okay. Right.
So there is a difference because he didn't believe in anything, beyond this
fallen angel, right?
Right. Okay. For he's saying, let's see. Yeah, he's saying that they really truly believe that Lucifer would bring or the devil would bring them, powers and better than, anything else that they could follow. So yeah, there is a difference. They believed in a true being.
All right. What is a devil? The devil, Eric? What is a devil? Is it another name for a demon, which we talked about in part 1?
Yeah, it is. It's another name for a demon. It's not just Satan. They say, oh, this is the devil. It is another name for demons, devil. He says, Erik says there is a definition if you look it up in the dictionary of what a devil is. But what he's showing me is like demons, anything that resembles something like that.
Lower energy.
Yeah. Yep.
How many in the Vatican are really on the dark side? Any?
So he's saying that with any cult, religion, or big, group of followings, there's always going to be a darker side to it. There are going to be people that use it for their self indulgence, for some. He's using this example. Some people in religion, and this isn't me saying this, some people in religion hide behind the religion or use the religion to maybe get favors from others or look good, or it's not that they're really following, it's just kind of again symbolic in a way for them. He's saying so if yes to that question, okay, in any type of religion you'll have this, he says.
Does that contribute to the pedophilia that supposedly allegedly runs in those kind of circles?
Yes.
Within the Vatican?
He said that yes.
Okay.
That's how he said it. Yes.
Why do people choose this religion for their church? Erik, you might need to do this.
Okay, Erik's saying, like anything that you believe in, like anything that seems enticing, there's people that are enticed by it. It is a lot of it is contractual. A lot of it is free will, of course. It's free will too. Because just because someone has a contract don't mean that they have to follow it.
I hate my mom and dad. I'm gonna run away to the Satanic Church. Teenagers will run off to you guys.
That does happen. That does happen.
Instead of run off to the circus, join the circus.
Yeah. That does happen. Yeah. So there's many different reasons why people join this, but a lot of times it's because they see something in it that they resonate with, or that maybe they can gain they can gain from.
Are they influenced by negative energies around them sometimes?
Some are, not all. Some are. But something else that happens too, and this is Erik showing me this. With humans, there is something inside, and I think this goes back to survival times, but there's something inside to where if someone goes, ooh, you do that, get attention, because any attention's better than, even negative attention can be good. So some of it is getting attention, getting attention for it. So that's just an example, because there's many things that people do this for, not just for that, but that's like one of them. Attention, popularity, curiosity.
It's exotic. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Unique.
Right.
Different. So,
right.
What advice do you have, Erik? I guess Erik, if you have a child or a friend or family member that has joined, satanic worshiping, to help them get out of that cult.
Set the example. Set the example. He says that's one of the biggest. Set the example of the type of life you can live, not doing that. Okay. You can't just make someone stop doing something. All you can do is support, set examples for them, advise if asked. But the best thing you can do, he keeps saying, going back to setting examples, and love, show love, because it is true. It is true that where there's love, there's light. Yes. And where there's hate and evil, there's no light. Yes. And so if you think of it like that, the more light you put in someone's life, the harder it is for him to get lost in the dark. And that's coming from Erik. That's Erik's words.
Well, certainly there must be something you can do on the spiritual side, like call in the guardian angel or call in Archangel Michael to help or something like that. Of course. And you can also send love. You can send love. You can encircle them with love. You can, spiritually, yes, you can do these things. But you can't change their choices, their free will. But yes, you can do these things, but even angels can't cross our free will. You know what I mean? Like they can't mess with our journey. But it can like not manipulate. What is the word? It can inspire, I guess, or you'll feel that energy that'll kind of make you feel good. And when you feel good, you make different choices. That's what he's saying. Last question, and we'll close, and we'll do part 3 another time. So hit the notification bell and the thumbs up. Anton, were you ever capable of love? Or did you ever feel loved?
He did, but he's showing like his kind of idea of love is different from what others' idea of love is. Okay. So he's showing me material things. He's showing that he thinks if he's guiding somebody in a way that he thinks they should go, that's love. So he's showing his different ideals of love. When he was younger, he shows that he did have some love in his life, but he's showing me like his mind didn't work the same like anyone else's. And there's a reason. I mean, this was part of his contract, which I'm sure we'll get into in other parts, but he's showing that this was something he was supposed to do, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. So with that, there wasn't a lot of love in this religion. He just said that straight out. Have you ever
fallen in love?
Again, his idea of love is a little different than others.
Controlling.
Yes, it was more of a controlling. Like in his mind, I love my kids, he said, but it wouldn't be the same like love like you would think. Yeah, right. It's just a little different the way his mind worked.
I'm going to ask about mental illness in part 3. So y'all stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps us a lot.
He said, thank
you,
you.
Ginger. Thank you, Anton. I hope that you come back for part 3. Thank you, Erik, for helping.
Well,
And Ginger, what's the energy like? Is it scary or dark or?
so now, before I came into this, I had asked for Erik and my other guides and Archangel Michael for protection
Good.
through this. Not because and the people that know me know this, not because I'm afraid of something coming in, because
Yeah.
you know, I'm light and they don't like it. So, but just because I wanted to keep that energy up,
Yeah.
it brings that vibration up. So.
Right.
You know, it's not really scary. He's not the same person in spirit as he is here, but when we get into the talking of who he was, that starts giving me, my spine starts getting chills up and down. And so,
Ooh.
yeah, every once in a while I had to like take a deep breath a little bit and like focus. But
Okay.
that's about it. Yeah.
You're a very brave girl. All right,
Oh,
so y'all check her out, Ginger Bailey, in the description box. Thank you, Ginger, for having such courage.
thank you.
One more part to do, so please don't miss it, people. Love you,
Yes.
Erik. I don't want to
Love
say
you,
love.
Mom. Love you,
I usually
Mom.
say I love you to the interviewee, but I don't know. And I love all you peeps out there, of course, Ginger. Bye.
He said he's laughing at you. Okay, bye.
Anton?
Yeah, he's laughing.
I thought
Yeah.
I just
Well, because you said I was going to say love you, but he's sending you love, he said.
Oh, wow. I don't know. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.